Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac.
I'm sorry, but a lot of the parts of Kuwait that you show, it looks like pure hell. You're not like a great advocate for Kuwait, Chantal. What are you, 2 fucking years old? Give me a break, Chantal. Stupid.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be my experience at the doctor's. I said I was going to get checked out. I wanted to have some blood work done to see what my...
I mean, wait a minute.
What's it called? Is it HB? Is it A1C?
Is that ringworm on your
chin? I'm gonna have my blood work results in this video for you coming soon.
Oh my god.
So I'll tell you my experience in detail, how it went, how much it cost here for healthcare, and then I'll show you my results. So we went pretty early in the day, and now you can choose private healthcare. There's so many private healthcare hospitals, clinics here. And there's also some there's I think like a couple hospitals or clinics that are just for Kuwaiti people, the Kuwaiti population, and then there's public sector. We prefer, nothing against the public sector hospitals, but we prefer to go private and just pay the money.
So what, you're too good for the free clinic? Wow, Chantal. When I was younger and I didn't have insurance, I went to the free clinic. No shame in that.
Like, when you go private, you pay out of pocket. Like, I might look into, because the health insurance here covers the public sector. Like, the healthcare you get here as an expat. But the level of healthcare is just different in a private sector. And being from Canada, private healthcare is not something we really had access to. It was mostly public, so like hospitals and that. So yeah, so I went to a private clinic, and it ended up costing a total of 44 KD. I think 44 or 47, I'll have to check. And I'll put the conversion here somewhere for you guys so you know how much that is roughly. Not too bad, you know, for a blood test. And I'll tell you what else I got. So, okay, so we arrived there maybe around 11:30 a.m. And I had been fasting. And
fasting for how long?
I get to the counter and I tell the lady, you know, what I need to. I said I'm kind of dizzy because I was, and I've been testing my blood.
You should have told the lady, I'm on the verge of a diabetic coma. That's what you should have told the lady. Not some bullshit. I feel dizzy. No, diabetic coma.
Sugars, and they've been really high. So she said, okay, well, we have a doctor here who specializes in diabetes and things like that, and it's the internal medicine doctor. So
duh.
The consultation with the doctor cost 7 KD, and then we went up to the level where the doctor was, and we were seen pretty much almost immediately. There was not really any wait at this clinic, which is really awesome, which I find is the case with private clinics. The wait is a lot less. So The doctor was really nice, really, really nice. And he had a nurse there, and they took my blood pressure. Now, this is something I find a little unbelievable because my blood pressure has never been this low. As like, you know, they used a really big cuff, and the doctor took my blood pressure, and it was like 110/82. I was like, what? Are you sure? So
That's not really
I
that
almost felt like
low.
asking if he could take it again because that's really strange.
That's not low.
Now, maybe because I was fasting, I don't know. But he said that's normal. So he said that's good. I know you're going to be like, yeah, right. That was my reaction too. But who am I to argue with the doctor, right? So then he wanted, talked a bit about my background, my medical history, told him about my operations, about all this and that, like, just really nice doctor. Really
Did you tell him about your multiple STDs? Did you tell him about that? And the throat STD?
not rushing, really seemed interested in talking to, me about my history. Another thing I find...
Oh, yeah. And did you tell him about your nose candy usage and the method usage? Did you tell him about that as well? And your chronic smoking of, or I can't even say smoking, your chronic usage of the wheelchairs. Did you tell him about that?
that doctors tend to do more in a private clinic. I don't know. But, yeah, so talked to him for a bit. Then he ordered some blood tests. So I will insert the blood work here, the results of the test and that was requested in the results. I'm going to blur out private information, obviously, but here you go.
What? That's just panel. Still high. Okay, and what's your point? Okay.
I also had to do a urine sample, like pee in the little cup thing. And then we had to wait about an hour, and the results were in just shy of an hour. So we took them back to the doctor after going to the lab. It was all in the same clinic, which is nice. Took them back to the lab, to the doctor, who saw us right away, looked at the results. And actually, I forgot to mention, when I was doing the blood work, they picked my finger to take a blood test. It was 23 point something. It's on the results. It was like 23, okay? So that's really high. 23 mmol. And
Jesus Christ.
so I'll try to convert that into mgdl for you. But the test results came back, and there was a couple of problems.
Is it because you ate those 5,000 candy bars, those 9 bottles of juice, and that double fisting the Subway sandwiches? Could it be that?
His liver, everything he said was fine. But the A1C was 10. So I think 10.1. So that's pretty high. I have to get that down. So they did diagnose me with diabetes, like, officially, even though I knew because my blood sugar levels were so high.
Congratulations, Chantal. Now, are you going to acknowledge that you're diabetic? Probably not.
And then there's this thing here. It's like MALB, M-A-L-B, which is something in the urine, apparently. The normal range is like 0 to 20, but mine was like 92.
Oh my gosh.
So this, he said, had to do with something being in the urine that has to do with eating way too much salt. So salt and certain foods. So immediately after that, he told me to eliminate certain foods, and you guys are going to be keto.
Like I said, all that salt shit that you've been eating, you're retaining fluid in your body. That's your abdomen. That's all fluid, Chantal. That's why you have that reading.
People are going to be, keto lovers are not going to want to believe this, but this doctor told me to not eat any eggs, red meat. Cut that out.
He's actually right.
Eat mostly fish, chicken, and vegetarian. Like, you know.
He's completely 100% right.
Mostly vegetables. Like this much. Like this much, he showed me with the hands.
Yep.
Like this much vegetables on your plate. This much for your palm. So you do your this.
The
thing
doctor
with your palm, it shows you
is
how much rice you can eat.
absolutely
So
100%
this, plus a half of
correct.
this. So yeah, I can.
That's what everybody's been trying to tell you. Not, I don't know who is it, your subscribers that have been telling you to do keto? No, keto not for diabetic. No, what this doctor just told you, 100% correct.
Eat that much rice, which I know you guys are going to be like, what? It raises your glycemic index. I guess mixing it with the vegetables, which have a lot of fiber, kind of slow down the spike of sugar. I don't know, but what can I say? I went to a doctor and this is what he told me.
Like I said, because Chantal, it's not, you think like, oh, I'm going to pick these foods, I'm going to eat clean, I'm going to be healthy. No, your body, it's the way your body metabolizes the food. It's the way it's digested. You need to kind of think about that.
Chicken, fish. He wants me to eat fish 3 times a week. Some chicken and vegetarian meals, like maybe beans, stuff like that. Because he doesn't believe in like something. He likes like lower fat food. So like, basically I have to eat very bland, he said, because like the salt level and things, I have to be very, very careful because this can
Exactly.
lead to
Like I told you.
My kidneys were
Yes.
fine now, but this in your urine can lead to kidney problems.
Yes,
down
it
the line
can.
For eating way too much sodium, plus being diabetic can definitely damage
And I've
your
been
kidneys.
telling
So,
you that the whole time. The salt.
so basically, he just, yeah. I said, okay, what about like, because I asked him at first, like, how should I be eating, you know, for this? Because
The minute you take salt out of your diet, you absolutely take everything that has salt and you eat clean. I guarantee you, Chantal, you'll drop weight. Because most of the weight right now, a lot of it in your abdomen, it's all fluid.
should I be eating keto, like very low carb? And he said, no, like really right away, like, no, don't do keto.
Because
very
it's
unhealthy.
dangerous for you.
And I was like, oh, okay. So
Dumbass.
yeah, he's like, you can eat carbs, but limit them and make them like healthy carbs, you know, like whole grain. You can have 1 slice of whole grain toast a day kind of thing. Like something really good for breakfast would be whole grain toast with some beans.
I wouldn't even eat bread. That's fine that he said that, but I wouldn't even eat bread at all. Just get bread out of your diet. No bread for you.
Or something. But fruit I can have very like a limited amount. Maybe like 1 pear, half of you know, whatever, an apple, but like wait a couple of days for my blood sugars to regulate. So because he's put me on medication, I'll get to that in a minute. So that's basically what happened, you know. It was a pretty decent experience. Like,
And you're not going to do
I felt
it.
well taken care
Everything
of.
this doctor said, you're
It
probably going to do it for
was
1 day.
affordable,
And then
in
you're
my
not gonna
opinion.
like it.
I mean, kinda, you know.
Because I'm going to be
And,
starving. I'm going to have
yeah,
hunger
that's about it,
pains.
I guess.
That's what
So,
you're going to do.
I really have to really do this. After my blood test and everything, he ordered a shot of insulin to try to bring the sugar down. And I went down to the nursing station and they picked my arm with an injection of insulin. I don't know how much.
Your arm?
But I don't know. I don't think it worked because I took my blood in the evening.
They should have gave it to you in your stomach, not your arm.
And I was like fasting for a few hours because I had some chicken and a few vegetables for lunch at around 1:30. So that's my lunch with a little bit of hummus.
Okay, see right there, you're setting yourself up for a binge with that food right there. So you're going to go the extreme route with this diet that he said, because that's not a well-balanced lunch. You're setting yourself up for a binge again.
Homemade hummus. And I didn't eat again. I didn't eat anything. And because he was like, I want you to be on like a regimen. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm like remembering tidbits of information and I'm really tired because it's late. But he's like, I want you to eat between 7 and 9 a.m. for breakfast. Never skip breakfast. Noon to, around 12 to 1 for lunch. And then dinner no later than 8 p.m. Like finish all your eating by 8 p.m. or so. And then don't eat again till the next day.
Like a normal person.
So, after my lunch, I just didn't. I slept for a while and didn't feel like, cooking anything. And now it's like kind of too late, so I have to wait till the morning. So, my blood sugar when I tested it not long ago, like maybe an hour ago, and it's like maybe 11 at night. It was 239, like
Jesus Christ.
the same. Now insulin takes a while.
I think maybe because of
work,
where they
right?
injected you with your insulin.
I don't know. So
your stomach. They should have
what I had
put it
for
there.
dinner. I don't know. For lunch,
it is what
I'm
you
not
had
sure.
for dinner.
But maybe my pancreas is just damaged, and I'm eventually going to need to be on insulin. I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah, that's going to be your future. I guarantee it.
I have to go back on Monday for a follow-up, and I have to record my blood sugars before I go. He put me on, my medication's in the other room, but he put me on, like, something that's, like, sort of like metformin, but it's not. It's, like, a mix of diabetic drugs. It's tablets, and he put me on some kind of other pill that's gonna, like, it's like a blood pressure pill, but it's, like, he said it's sort of just like a just in case kind of thing it's supposed to like help with the sodium level in my urine.
Okay, now prepare yourself, Chantal. You're gonna pee every 5 seconds with those pills because what they're doing is trying to get all that fluid out of your body because your heart is not pumping correctly. They're trying to get all that fluid out. So you're gonna pee away. But don't drink water. You can only drink a little bit of water, not that much. And you're probably going to not feel well at all. Don't stop taking the medication. Keep taking it, even if you don't feel well, because this always happens when you first start that regimen. Keep taking it because it will work.
I don't know how, but anyway. So that's that. That's pretty much, I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting it.
And the meds will only work if you follow what the doctor said about your eating. It's not going to work if you continue to binge and eat crap.
Anything, I don't think so. Pretty much my visit from start to finish at the private clinic here. Usually when I would go for healthcare, I've been a couple times to the public sector clinic, and then I went to a private clinic, and then we liked that a lot more. You're just in and out, like you're just, I don't.
That's what happens when you have insurance, which you could have paid for, but you're stupid and didn't pay for.
The level of care is just different. So now we chose to go to another private clinic, and yeah, that's about it. So I don't know if you have any questions. I can try to answer in the comments. But that's my experience with the healthcare in Kuwait, and this is definitely was not fun. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I got asked if I was pregnant there. And I was just like, I understand that because
you're
like
pregnant
women
with
my
fluid.
age and typically with a large belly, they probably are most of the times pregnant here, but whatever, I didn't take offense to that, and they were really nice. And
well, I mean, what did you
that's
expect
not
them to
fun,
be
being
mean
in
to you and
another
spit on
country,
you?
and I'm supposed to be like living up my life, because I'm not getting any younger, and when I get too old, I won't be able to do any of these things. So I want to do things now. So I have to focus on my health journey, and has to happen. So inshallah, I'll be able to pull through. I think if I ate something really bad for me, I would feel so guilty and scared of what it's doing to my body. Now that I've seen the doctor, because, you know, of the salt in the urine.
But you've seen a doctor before, and they told you were diabetic. That's why you got put on Ozempic. So this isn't like a new ordeal for you, Chantal. I know you're playing to your new subs, but I think it's fascinating and completely insane that you would do this to yourself, knowing all the information that you know about it, that you just do this for views, because that, I mean, basically that's what it is.
Thing and more organ damage, and my blood sugar, like, they were like alarmed at my blood sugar level. He's like, that's your blood sugar with fasting? And then I think of like the sub I ate with all the salty processed meat on it. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was doing, but
you know, this is the type of shit that pisses me off, because I've watched you for a few years now, and people for years in your streams, in your comment sections, have been telling you stuff, and you're mean to them. You cuss them out, tell them it's none of your business, whatever. I mean, I don't know. You say so many different things, and you're mean to people, and you call them haters. The ones that have been actually trying to give you good advice, you block them, you ignore them. So I don't understand why all of a sudden. Is it because maybe you're with Salah and maybe now you have a reason to save your life? I don't know. But you owe a lot of people an apology. I know you're not going to do it. I know you're not going to do it because you're too arrogant for that shit. But all the people, including me and others that have tried to help you, have given you heartfelt advice, and you've just shit on all of us. You need to make an apology video for all those people.
anyway, that's about it. So that's my diagnosis, that's my experience, and I appreciate you guys listening to me on my journey. I don't want to hear people like berating the doctor I saw because he's a doctor. You know, most people online are not, and I know he's gonna get a lot of backlash for telling me not to do keto, because people who are like, you know, like, well, I lost this much weight and I've never felt healthier.
See, that's your fucking problem. These people that are telling you to do keto. Yeah, keto's great for certain people if you want to lose weight, but keto's not good for people with diabetes, especially with your levels. So I don't know who the fuck you're listening to, because your issue is not just, I need to lose 20, 50 pounds issue. That's the way you carry yourself. Like, you just need to lose 20 pounds, I'm good. No, you're morbidly obese. You need to lose hundreds of pounds. It's not the same, Chantal. So get keto out of your head.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm going to follow what this doctor says, and that's it. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
That's the type of shit. Another thing that pisses me off. Like, she has such an odd view of herself. And I think Amber Lynn, same thing. It's like they look at themselves and they think, like Ozempic, for example, that drug. Now, I'm sure you've seen the commercials for that drug. It's a diabetic drug that happened to have the side effect of weight loss. But if you read it, the weight loss is probably between 12 and 20 pounds. So for somebody like Chantal and Amber Lynn to go on Ozempic is asinine. It doesn't make sense. Keto Keto, not going to work for her. She needs to completely rewire her brain. She needs to educate herself on food. And I know she's not going to do it. I know she's not going to do that. I know she's not going to apologize to all the people that were telling her the same shit that this doctor told her. She's not going to apologize to all the people that she called names and whatnot. You know, let's just see if this is a new start for her, which I don't think so. I think she's going to revert right back to her behavior because she needs to go to therapy and resolve the issue of why she's eating like this. Whatever past trauma she has, whatever, I don't fucking know. There's an issue that needs to be solved with her. If she never solves that issue in therapy, this behavior with the food will continue and she's going to end up killing herself with food. So I don't want to see that happen. If anything, what I wish for her, even though she's a fucking evil ass person, racist, anti-Semitic, you name it, that's what she does. For her to turn her life completely around, get healthy, that would be the best thing. And I would love to see that for her. I don't know.